Thank you very much. Okay, so Jerry Seinfeld uh,
Yeah.
is coming back to the comedy stage. Jerry is 66 years of age, which doesn't seem accurate, but he is. So he just misses it, wants to get back to it. He probably does not need to do anything in his life other than
Ever
cash
again.
syndication checks. Good for him.
Yeah.
So, are you interested in Jerry Seinfeld comedy? Did you ever watch his show? Did you ever watch this stand up at all?
Uh,
Yeah.
Not really. I mean, I'm familiar with his stand. So, like, Jerry Seinfeld is someone, he has that style that so many people, um, what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of,
Kind of emulate, kind of mimic
I
a
would
little
say,
bit.
yeah, but not emulate in the way that they try to do it, but
Hmm.
the what's the deal with what? You know what I mean? He's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
that style, I guess, that's very hallmark Jerry Seinfeld. Everyone knows that that's him.
Hmm.
Obviously, the show Seinfeld, a massive hit, very
Oh,
popular
yeah.
for a very long time.
Hmm.
Um, I never really watched it that much, and honestly, like when I have seen it, I've enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I've just always been with people or around people or dated people that all hated Seinfeld. So
Hmm.
if ever it was on, it was always like whoever I was with was always like, Fuck, oh, I hate Seinfeld. So like it was just one of those things. But when I have seen it, I know growing up, like my mom used to watch it a lot, and
Hmm.
I remember being able to like hear it from my bedroom, like hearing that, like the
Yeah.
the coming back from commercial breaks and stuff like that. But yeah, like I haven't really watched a lot of it. It's one of those things. I'll put it on the list with The Walking Dead, but it's probably one of those things I don't have a lot of free time to catch up on shows.
Hmm.
But it's one of those ones that yeah, I'd like to watch Seinfeld. I probably would really like it. But yeah, just for whatever reason, life has just put a bunch of people in my life that hate Seinfeld, and it's just never really been an option for me to see it. But I would definitely watch. So is he going to do like a special, or is
No,
he
he's
like, or is it
just
he's just going to like hit the scene again and start doing stand-up shows?
Yeah, he's a New Yorker, native New Yorker, so he's doing shows in some small club in New York apparently. So I think he's just going to do like maybe local stuff, and then it hasn't said if he's going to go on a tour yet. I would assume he might, wait till things blow over a little bit. But he's just yeah, just a place in Manhattan.
Yeah. Now you
So
like you're a Seinfeld fan, right?
oh
The
yeah, so
show.
that's yeah when that came out in the early '90s, that show
Hmm.
started, and I liked his comedy prior to that. So he was like on HBO, back in the day and stuff like that. So I kind of I watched a couple of his specials and always thought he was funny. So that immediately appealed me to the show, and immediately I'm like, this show's terrific. I mean, just the writing and the characters and all that. I liked Julie Louis Dreyfus from SNL at the time, and then she also was coming
Yeah.
off of Christmas Vacation. She was just in that movie, so I was familiar
Yeah.
with her at that era.
I'm a big fan
So,
of hers.
oh yeah, I mean, just that everybody was so talented and the characters were so unique, and each episode, I mean, you didn't have to watch them in sequential order necessarily. I mean, there are different things that kind of happen, but for the most part, you could sit down and watch it an episode or two at any season, and it's like you're fine. It's
Right.
just funny. So yeah, very consumable. I bought all the entire box set over so I have all those on DVD. I haven't watched them in a while, but I find myself coming across it on television. It's hard not to pause and at least watch some of it. And Michael Richards, even though he had some unfortunate bad decisions and some of the things he did on stage, he kind of lost his mind with some racial stuff, and that
Yeah.
wasn't good. But one of the best comedic actors, physical comedic
Yeah.
actors that I've ever seen. To me, it was like him and Peter Sellers from the old Pink Panther movies, two of the funniest physical comedic actors that I've ever seen in my lifetime. So
Yeah.
yeah, so very very good, and Seinfeld also very good on the uh, comedians in cars with coffee, which is now on Netflix. I don't know if you've watched those or not, but
I haven't, but I've heard of that though. It sounds
yeah,
interesting. Yeah.
yeah. Just I'm Jerry Seinfeld. I'm picking you up in some ridiculous cool car that I own, or some classic car or something unique, and we drive around and we go have coffee. But it's just you're
Just
some famous comedian, and we just do some banter, and it's like a 20 some minute episode. And it's done. Yeah, very consumable, very interesting, and he's had some pretty cool guests on. It was on some streaming service at one point, and Netflix bought the rights, and then bought more episodes and all that. So, yeah, good stuff. I like Jerry Seinfeld. I saw him years ago at the Akron Civic Theater. Yeah, if he's around, check it out, and yeah, chip away at the Seinfeld's episodes as you have more time would be my recommendation to you.
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't we take another pause and we'll come back and then we'll talk more about yet another very huge show that launched in the 90s and which is also planning a reunion very soon. So we'll talk about that. Okay.
All righty.